Hello. Happy, what is tomorrow? Thursday? As you can see, I just got done crying because I was filming a Peterisms video. Another day in the life of Peter. It was very, very sadly. And I'm watching that. Do you guys watch that RV show? I'm like obsessed with it. So I watched a show and it's all about people buying RVs. I am also equally obsessed with the show about log cabins. It's all on HGTV. Now, I will tell you that I used to have all these friends that watched HGTV back in the day, and I was like, that channel is so corny. Why would you watch that channel? And they're like, no, I love it. It's great, blah, 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 whatever. Now, I'm an old man and I watch HGTV. I also like the thrift store swap one, and where they build stuff off the grid. And I like the treehouse one. You guys, I'm like addicted to that channel. It's crazy town. So anyway, I have something very exciting to show you today, a package that I got in the mail. But first, I am trying to put away my lights. And then after this, I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm really hungry. Oh, no, my lights. Alex, went over to his friend's brother's house tonight for dinner, and then he'll be home after that. His friend that he works with, he went over to her house for dinner, well, her brother's house for dinner tonight. And they're from Venezuela too, so we like do a lot of stuff with them. And they both have, like, her boyfriend lives in Miami, and her brother has a place also in Miami. So they'll be down there when we're in Miami. And their mom and Alex's mom are friends too. So, and their mom splits time between here and Miami. Kind of the life, right? Kind of what I hope my life will be like at some point. When I'm the rich and famous YouTuber of the world. As if. Who does that happen to? Not me. I wish. When I'm a rich and famous YouTuber of the world. Oh my gosh. Hi. How are you guys doing? Tucker said, I'm doing good, Dad. I want my dinner. Oh my God, I cannot. Hold on a second. I had to put that down so I could unplug this stuff. Okay. It has been a good day today. I got up and I had a meeting in my office. I moved the second meeting that was actually with my friend with some sobriety stuff. I moved it to Friday afternoon so that I could get some stuff done around the house today. So I went and did that. She was fine. She's like, yeah, let's do it on Friday. That's no problem. So I've been kind of just getting stuff done around the house. Went and ran errands. Went to the post office box. I have some exciting things to show you from the post office. Hold on. Whew. You guys just like love when I'm like walking around putting things away. Oh my God. 2 weeks from today, we leave for Miami. Cannot wait. Okay. Whew. Look, here's that Echo Dot that I won at Melissa's thing. Wild strawberry candies. I'm gonna show you where they came from in a second. Okay, first of all, in case you don't watch my drama channel, which many of you don't, I got these two. I don't know who sent them to me, but thank you so much. These two incredible fans. Look at that. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. I love this so much. So I got those two fans. I'll tell you where they're from. They came from daftboy.com. So you can use the code 10OFF. I will link them below if you would like to buy a fan for yourself. Or a gift for somebody. Or whatever. Or if you just want to walk around the house like me and go, bye, Felicia. I don't really do that. Anyway. But then, now Alex just told me that he has been talking to this person on Snapchat and that he knew that we were getting these things. So I did not know this. Oh, by the way, that's not an affiliate link. I don't get anything. Somebody just sent that to me. That was just in the package. I don't get no money from that. Blah, blah, blah. I don't get no money. I don't get any money from that. Whatever. Okay, I went to the post office today and I had a specially signed for this box. Did you guys see this? Oh, huge, okay? That was my thumbnail, I hope. So everything has like notes on it, you guys, and I can't find like a note in here. And I like dug around. There is truly sausages in here, okay? Like, look at that, do you see? So it's all treats and food. So I'm gonna go through here and show you guys everything. It's from Spain, and it is from Elena. Thank you, Elena! Oh my God, this is incredible. I have no idea, but I just want to tell you, I should look on here and see. Not only did she do, like, it looks like she won that show, Supermarket Sweep, but she must have paid some unbelievable amount of money to ship this as well. Oh my God. Total value. But where did she say, like, where did... This is crazy. Like, I have no idea what she must have paid to ship this. But it's incredible. Can you imagine that she shipped all this kind of stuff? So, listen. I'm dieting before Miami, even though I'm eating these things right now. I don't care. Come for me and say, you always say you're dieting and you never are. I don't care. Okay? I'm doing a fast or something. Who knows? But I'm dieting a little bit between... We're going for sushi tomorrow night. But... I don't care anymore. Come for me. Call me names. I don't care. This is my truth. If I end up losing 60 pounds on my channel or gaining 60 pounds, it's my channel. If you want to go bitch about things about the world, go start your own damn channel. Okay, so I think she contacted us because she wanted us to try these Spanish treats, which we will. I've already started. She said, Finny is a Spanish gummy brand. And it is delicious. I'm absolutely loving it. So there's my first trial. Here they are. Mukbang. They're little strawberries. Now, I'm a vegetarian, so I'll let Alex try that. We'll try a lot of these things when we get back from Miami. Okay. So then she sent Bugles, 3D, cheese. I'm going to kind of put this in a little order here. La Casatillas, gold. Chocolate and caramel. That sounds so good. Candies. I'm going to put candies right here. Treats, food. Okay. Some of the notes, I think, have fallen off. So if I find them as I'm going through here, I will. Digestive. I don't know what that means. It looks like a cookie. It's like a chocolate cookie. Okay. Cookies. Where should I put cookies? I'll put the meat over there and put the cookies over here. There is a non-diet version of these, but I like these better. Me too. Oh my God, I love these vanilla wafers. Oh my God. There's vanilla wafers. Let's go over there with cookies. She put Post-it notes on like everything, you guys. Oh my God. 4, count them, 4 different kind, another thumbnail. Chocolate. Con leche. No, I don't speak any Spanish. Dulce de leche. I am so screwed before I go on this trip, you guys, sending me all this damn food. Okay. Chocolate. And chocolate blonde, which is like one of my favorites. Oh my God. These are the candy bars my mom used to get, these big ones like this for the movies back in the day. I was going to go over there with chocolate. Okay. And then here's Finny Fruit Attack. Those go with candies. Okay. These are usually bigger, but I got the minis to fit more stuff in the box. Okay. And these are called Mini Principe. I should have had Alex pronounce these. And they look like little chocolate and cracker things. And see, they come in like little bags on the back. Very cool. Okay. Okay, more lacasitos. But these are white chocolate. Chocolate Blanco. And then, oh, Fritos. Barbecue Fritos. Those go with chips. Another sausage chorizo. Spanish chorizo and salchichon. We are known for stuff like this. Sorry, Peter, it's meat. I like the meat. I like the meat. I think it's neat. Okay, we'll put these over here. All right. This is so fun. Mikado. Now, I've had these before when we did a Japanese treat unboxing. They're like little breadsticks with chocolate on them. They're so good. Okay. Filipinos, and these are with real white chocolate, so they're like little cookies. This box is like 200 pounds. Oh my god, more Bugle 3Ds. Alex will love those. He loves that kind of stuff. Okay. Took. Like Took, you're a dog. Took. They look like crackers. But they could also be like crackers, it says on the back. Crackers. Okay, so those go over with, I had crackers. Chips. We'll put them with chips. Chips and crackers go together. Okay. This is crazy. I cannot believe you did this. These some people love, some hate. I like them. So I hope you do too. And they are low calorie. And these are called Fruit and Fit. So they're kind of like those fiber bar things. And I actually really like those. So, dinosaurs. These are the cookie kids would take to school when I was younger. Been a while since I had them, but they are amazing. Okay, these are like animal crackers. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my god, okay, here's a little package. These are like, must be like M&Ms of the Lacasitos. Those must be a favorite, too, of Spain, so I don't know. Or a favorite of Elena's. These are not the original cookies, but the chocolate bear version. Still good, though. Some people have these as cereal in a bowl with milk. Okay. These remind me of those graham cracker bears. What are they called? I don't know, but those go with cookies. Cinnabear, Cinnabon, Cinnaboos. Okay. Balorcao of Tazala. This is, you guys, I can't say, this is to make hot chocolate. Valor is very popular in Spain. It's a Spanish brand. Oh my god, I'm super excited about that. Okay. That is really cool. Cola Cow. There's no note on it. Oh, here it is. I would say everyone in Spain has had this at one time or another. It's to make chocolate milk. Here it competes with Nesquik, which has nothing on Cola Cow. Mix it with milk, hot or cold. The lumps, I know, it sounds bad, are the best part. It's kind of like Ovaltine back in the day. Okay. This is a sauce from where I'm from. You can have it with fish, bread, rice, or potatoes, or with whatever you like. It's a little spicy, she said. My god, you were so nice to put all this together. I can't believe this. Aloeli. This is so cool. I feel like I'm at a little Spanish grocery store. Okay. Oh my god, there's like, oh my god, these chocolate bars are unreal. Valor chocolate bar. Caramel chocolate bar. These are huge. You guys see? They're like bigger than my head. Cookies and caramel. Oh my god, I love that one so much. Almendras leche. I don't know what that one is. Chocolate and almonds. Oh my god, I can basically speak Spanish. Okay, those look so good. These are some of the chocolate bars by Valor, a Spanish chocolate brand. And this one is, oh my god, these are like those cookies, those round cookies. Do you see? Okay. Very popular treat here. These are, they look like almond, okay, they look like almonds, but like, I love those kinds of things. Okay, where do I put those? We'll put those with chocolates, even though they're not chocolate. Now these cracked a little bit. There's 2 of them. They're called Peepas. Oh, I guess you do something with them. I don't know. Oh, you lay them out or something? Okay, so Peepas. I'm sure there's a note in here for what these are. Hold on a second. Okay, here. This is a condensed milk. Oh, no. Here's another Valor. I have so many chocolate bars. Okay. These are special snack favorite. There's a white chocolate version, but I think these are better. And these are the principal things. Oh my god, look at those. Look so good, don't they? Okay. My husband is going to go crazy. More Bugles. More Filipinos, but these are like dark chocolate. Or milk chocolate, I mean. Versus the white chocolate, see? Rellenos. These look like they're like a cereal. Booly Cow Minis. Okay, so these look like kind of like Twinkies, but chocolate. Look at the guy on the front. He's cute, isn't he? Okay. Finny Sugar Shuffle. Oh my god. Alex loves that kind of stuff. Do you see it has like sugar all over it? So I'll give him those. Okay. Palitos to cereal. I feel like I'm missing some notes, maybe. Palitos to cereals. Okay, so these are like breadsticks, is what they are. She's like probably laughing at the video. She's like, no, no. Okay, here's some more of them. Oh my god. She sent us Heches al Horno. They're little dog muffins, little dog treats. And then Delicio Sabre Bacon, Tiros de Bacon. Little bacon treats for the dogs, which they love so much. Don't you, Tucker? And then Finny Cinema. Oh my god, Cinema Mix. It's got like finger and eggs and strawberries and all kinds of stuff. Look at that. How fun is that? And then Castellanos. This is like some kind of dried fruit or nut, I think. And then, what does this note say? Cocktail El Horno. Even though we have Nutella here too, this is a Spanish chocolate spread. I got you one white and one black. We also have a mixed one, but you can mix these. Okay, that's not what this is then. This must be what this is. Elena, this was fantastic. I can't even believe it. This is going to be so much fun for us to try. If I can get it out. Okay. So this is the chocolate one. This looks like really authentic. I mean, it's all authentic, but... Okay, and this is the white chocolate one. Looks like whipped cream almost, kind of. And then... I don't know what this is. Oh, this is the condensed milk. I don't know, like, in the United States, we don't really use condensed milk for anything other than to cook with, I don't think. Do we? Okay. And then, these are, like, a little crushed. Okay. Very popular here, taste of a little hint of coffee. Do you? I taste a little hint of coffee. Do you? I love when people ask me questions and they're like, oh, they've got little treats in it and things. Okay. And they're like these little, they're like little rolls is how I would explain them. Okay. And then more of the cereal, Relainies. And oh, here's more of them. They're like white chocolate ones. Oh, I like those. They have like milk inside of them or something. Very cool. Okay. So, thank you very much for all of this. Oh my God. It's fantastic. I love it so much. I love it so much. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this here. And we'll try some of it. And then we'll let you know what we think of it. Alex and I will do a video together. That'll be real fun. And, yeah. So, well, listen, you guys. I'm going to go get something to eat, upload my videos, and I will be back in... How long have I talked already for? 21 minutes? I'm like, should I leave this out, or should I let Alex, like, come and, like, pick through it? How we will do this. Okay. So I'm going to put... He probably won't be real happy if he comes home, and he'll want to go through it himself anyway. So I will put the stuff back in here, like this. And then what maybe we'll do is pick like some of the things out and do it in a video. What do you guys think? And try some of the things. Because most of these things will keep for a while. I mean, they're not anything... I mean, I don't know if the candy will keep in our house because we both love candy so much. And I can tell you that I already have my candy bars over here separated out for movie nights. But other than that, like... I mean, most of the stuff is crackers and stuff, so it will keep. And I'm just packing it right nicely on top of each other. So, now I'll have to ask him what he thinks about this stuff, because this candy will last, I mean, probably not even a night in our house. So anyway, okay, well, we'll try it, and we will let you know what we think of it. Elena, that was so incredible. Thank you so much for sending that to me. That was so cool. I loved it. And it was really fun. Was it fun for you guys to see something from like around the world? Like, I don't see that stuff unless we go other places, but when we go travel, we do go to other grocery stores. And one of the things that Alex loves about Miami is that when you go to the little markets there, it's like they have all of this, like, you know, food that he would have, like maltas and stuff like that, and the candy that they would have in Venezuela. It's very, like, he loves it because he's like, oh my God, I haven't had these since I was in Venezuela, or I haven't had a malta since I was in Venezuela. It's one of his favorite things. When we go to Miami, we go right to Doji's, which is the Venezuelan restaurant there, and get food, and then he always gets a malta, so he loves that. But anyway, all right, you guys, I will be back in just a little while. Bye. Hello. How are you? It's late. Alex came home, and he, like, wanted to go to sleep so early, so we, like, went to bed early, and I had my alarm set, and he goes, you don't have your alarm set, do you? It was, like 10, and I go, but it was really kind of nice for us to, like, fall asleep together, and we were, like, laying there in bed talking with the dogs and stuff, and I said, yeah, for, like, an hour, and he goes, can you turn it off? And I go, yeah, but I'm gonna sleep all night long. Excuse me, I slept till 1. So, but anyway, he came home, and he's been, like, talking to that Elena that sent me all the food from Spain, although she sent it to both of us because both of our names were on it. And so thank you, Elena, that was awesome. And he, like, Snapchatted her, and he was like, he's so good about that stuff, and, like, Snapchatted her a message from both of us, and, like, saying thank you for the box, and that was so sweet. But anyway, and he was going through all of it. He was real, he's like, now this is for me, and I'm keeping this, and I'm keeping that. And he texted me, he goes, I can't wait to try the Spanish treats. So it was fun when he came home. And he talked for a long time with his friend from LA tonight. They were talking on the phone and just catching up, and yeah, that was the rest of the night, kind of. I went to Whole Foods to get something to eat, and they had like nothing. They were out of everything, and I got 2 pieces of vegetarian pizza and didn't even finish it. It wasn't even good, and I thought I would be hungry later, but I'm not. I'm like really thirsty right now is what I am. Always. So anyway, but I want like a big bottle of water or something. I just don't want to stop. I wanted to pull through somewhere, but I pulled through McDonald's and they were only taking cash, and I never have any cash, so. It was weird. If you watch my Peterisms video today, I did a video talking about Longtime Companion, this movie. And if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. The whole thing's on YouTube for free. I watched it on YouTube. And a really good quality, too. I mean, it's an older movie. It came out in the late 80s, early 90s. So I think it came out in 1990, the year that I graduated. And, but I was talking about how, so it's about like 6 or 7 friends and like the onset of the AIDS epidemic and how it affects them, and they all live in New York City. And I watched the whole movie last night. It was so funny because I hadn't seen it in so long, and there's this character in there, his name is Fuzzy, and I had such a crush on this Fuzzy guy back in the day. And like in the movie, I would like watch and rewatch the movie. I have it on VCR somewhere. And but anyway, like all day, like since I watched that movie last night and then making that Peterisms video today, like all day, like I've been thinking about like my life, like when I turned 18 and I started going out to gay bars, and my whole life, like about all of that, you know, like it's weird. And like so much of it was filled with drinking and drugging. But I think that on this channel, I talk so much about like the desperation and the desolation of like that time of my life. But I, honest to God, had a lot of really good times too, you know. And I was thinking about like, I had this really, really good friend of mine. Her name was Krissa. And Krissa and I lived together for a long time. And Krissa and I, so we were friends with like this is gonna sound completely corny, but you know, when I was in high school, corny because it just doesn't really matter, but like at the time it seemed cool to me. But you know, when I was in high school, I wasn't popular. I had a group of friends, but we were all kind of freaks. We were very different, you know, and very punk rock. And then I started going out to, I had a fake ID when I was 18, like right when I turned 18, I had a fake ID, and I started going out to gay bars. And before that, so I had a friend, my friend Heather, she like was friends because she worked at the mall. And so she had met a lot of gay guys that also worked at the mall, and they were older. And Heather had a fake ID. So Heather would want to go out to gay bars with these guys. Well, I started going out with her, and I had just recently come out. And so it was, I can't even explain to you what that's like to have been bullied about being gay, have never felt comfortable talking about it, never felt comfortable, you know, being honest about who you really are inside, feeling scared to death of what everybody, including your family and closest friends, will say about it. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're on a dance floor on a Saturday night, surrounded by your closest friend that is so cool with it, and all of these, like, gay guys that you just, all of a sudden, and you're just dancing, and you feel free and liberated. And, you know, it just was such a liberating experience for me, you know, to start going out to gay bars. And I know, like, today, it's a different society today. You know, we have all of these, you know, dating apps and hookup apps and stuff like that, but none of that stuff existed. So, you know, back in the day, it was like, what cute guy am I going to meet tonight? And, you know, are we going to dance? And are we going to go to an after hours party? And whose house are we going over to first to get ready? And all that kind of stuff. It's kind of a lost generation, I think. And it was so fun, you know. And I can remember, like, So a couple years after that, like when I was like 19 and a half, I met Krista, and I'll never forget, you know, Krista and I met one night at a bar, and she was trying to steal my drink, and I said, "Are you trying to steal my drink?" And she goes, "I didn't know that was your drink." I learned later that Krista's deal was that she would just steal people's drinks from bars. That's how she like got drunk in bars. She never paid for a drink. And we would walk out. I had this black biker jacket, this leather biker jacket that Krista kind of just took over for me. Krista's like outfit. So like, I feel like for 2 years I had the same outfit that I always wore, which was like, you know, jeans with like a big black belt, and then like a black Gap t-shirt or like a white v-neck t-shirt from the Gap tucked in, and, you know, like big black shoes. And that was like what I wore out always. And Krista's outfit, you know, was like, she would wear like black hose or leggings, and then like real short cut off jean shorts, and then a v-neck white t-shirt, and this black biker jacket. And she had little, you know, red car crash bangs, and her hair was like mahogany, and people always said that she looked like Gwen Stefani or Priscilla Presley. And we would go out and have so much fun. I mean, she was my drinking partner of the world. I mean, we had so much fun together. And I can remember leaving clubs. This is no lie. We would leave clubs, and Krista would reach into the inside pocket of that jacket, that leather jacket, and she would pull out, she would have a drink. Like, and sometimes she would have one in each pocket for each of us, like a full cocktail from the bar in a plastic cup. And we'd be walking down the street with I'd be like, at first I was just baffled how she could get these drinks out of the bar in this inside of this leather jacket. It just was hilarious. But anyway, I remember that Krista was out with this guy that we're friends today, but at the time he and I, like, we didn't, I mean, I don't talk to him, I don't see him or anything, but like we're friendly to each other. But at the time we did not like each other. And I think in retrospect, it was kind of like I was like the new guy on the scene, and I became friends with his whole friend group. And this is what I was going to say, it was kind of corny, but it was cool. You know, nobody liked me in high school. I wasn't popular. And then I started going out in Indianapolis, and I instantly was like with the popular group. And, you know, they all kind of like took me in. And, you know, at the time I didn't really see it for what it was, but they were all like, you know, 5 to 10 years older, and they were none of them trying to get into my pants. They were all just very protective of me and very nice. And I was the youngest one. I mean, I was 18 when I started going out, you know, and, they were just all so friendly to me. And anyway, at like 19 and a half, I remember the night that I met Krista in a bar, and she got into a fight with this guy, and the guy was like, "Well, then you find your own way home." And I was like, "She doesn't need you, I'll take her home." So anyway, I was like driving her home. I was like, "Well, where are you staying?" She's like, "Oh my God," she's like, "I'm visiting from out of town. My parents live in like Jeffersonville." And I was like, "Oh my God, I have to drive you to Jeffersonville?" I was like, "Just stay at my house tonight." So we went back to my house, and we left like after he started yelling at us and making a scene in the bar. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And at that time, I don't know if it's changed or not. Oh my God, you guys, do you know what I just found out last weekend? This is so crazy. Indiana just passed a law that you can now serve that you can buy alcohol here from 12 to 8 on Sundays. So if you didn't know this, Indiana has been a no alcohol in Sunday stage for prohibition time, way before that, like 1800s and stuff, I think. So it's crazy they just passed that. It's like surreal. And we always would buy alcohol for Sundays on Saturdays. So anyway, Chris and I, we went to the grocery store that night, and I remember we bought like a case of beer, and it was supposed to be for the next day, and because we were going to party the next day. And we got home, and I remember we stayed up to like 5 o'clock in the morning, just sitting on the couch talking, playing music. I used to come home and I'd always play over and over and over and over again that Cranberries CD that had that song Zombie on it. I used to play, that was like what my CD that I would play at night when I came home. And we sat there on the couch, and we just like talked forever and smoked cigarettes, and I had candles and incense lit. And I used to have this awesome apartment back in the day, and it was just so bohemian, and I just had crazy stuff sitting everywhere and tons of plants, and it was very artsy. And people would come in, they'd just be like, "Oh my God, your apartment is incredible." It was like so thrift shopped out of your mind. It was unbelievable. And everything in there was just from thrift stores. I had like old bird cages just like hanging everywhere and stuff. But anyway, candles constantly burning. And so we stayed up real late and we talked and whatever. And I mean to tell you, overnight, like instantly, we became best friends. I mean, best friends. And until the day that she moved, we were just diehard best friends. And so anyway, I'm like jumping forward in my head, getting sad, of course. But she's still with us. She's still alive, so it's not like she's passed away. But she lives in Berlin, Germany now, and I haven't seen her in over 10, 15 years. And we talked a couple times through emails in the last, let's say, 5, 6 years, but maybe once or twice. We don't talk at all anymore. She found a couple of my videos and when I first started, and she emailed me and we talked a little bit. And you know, that's what happens, I think, in life, is that you just kind of go your separate ways a little bit. But so I remember she was a nanny, and the next day she had this nannying job. Oh, no. She wasn't living, her parents weren't living in Jefferson. Her parents were living in Jeffersonville at the time, which is like southern Indiana, but she was living here. That's what it was. She was living with this family that she was nannying for, and she was like, it's too late for me to go back to their house. And so the next day she had to go there, and she had to be there by the time that the family left for work. Well, she was like a half an hour late, and she had worked there for like 2 years for this family. She like loved them, and the wife like fired her on the spot. She was like, I don't think your heart's in it anymore. I just remember, I don't know how I remember that, but that was like exactly her wording. Your heart is not in it anymore. And so Krista was so pissed, and she came back to my house, and she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I have no place to live, and my family lives in Jeffersonville. And she had grown up on the north side of Indianapolis, and then they had moved down to southern Indiana for her dad's work. And I was like, girl, just move in here. She was like, really? And I was like, yes, just move in here. So she moved in that day. I mean, we had known each other less than 24 hours, and Krista was living in my house. And I remember my coat closet in the hallway became her clothes closet. I don't know how I just remembered that. And we had the most fantastic time. And she became a part of my family. She went to all my holidays with my family and stuff. And we were out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We were out every night of the entire week, every night. And I can remember there was always something to do. I was watching this interview last night on Hey Queen with Johnny McGovern. I don't know if you guys watch it, and they were interviewing Candace Kane and Lena Bradford, and you know, Candace was talking about how, like, back in the day in New York City, there was, like, and this would have been the same era, you know, that there was always something to do every night of the week. And I can remember that, like, the gay scene in Indianapolis was such a big deal. You know, any given night that you would go out, I don't even care if it was a Monday or a Tuesday night. Really, the only night that we didn't go out was Mondays, and I can't remember why we didn't go out on Monday nights, but, you know, there was, like, I remember Tuesday nights, there was, like, this, bingo that was like real early that we would go to, and then it was like this gay bingo, and then we would all go out to dinner with a bunch of people, and then we would go and there was like a strip show at this bar called the Metro, and then we would all go over to the 10 for the drag show, which was like this lesbian bar, and then we would go to like somebody's house and drink at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, then Wednesdays were drag shows, and then there was like this, like, there were 2 different bars in Indianapolis at the time, Club Cabaret and the Metro, that did drag shows on Wednesday nights. And then we started every night of the week back then. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday always started with a drag show. And then we would go out, and, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there were clubs that we would go to in Indianapolis. And back then it was like, there was this club called NYC, and then there was like Greg's, which is OP's, and then there was like, then later Talbot Street. There were just so many fun things to do. There were warehouse parties on Sunday, this straight bar in Indianapolis that's huge called the Vogue. It used to do this night called Boing. It was so much fun. I mean, there was so much stuff to do, and back then it was very much like to be seen kind of thing. And so, like, this sounds so corny, but, like, I mean, we were like the it crowd, and so it was really fun to go out. You know, we would go out and they'd be like, oh my god, there they are, and you know what I mean, like, all of us in our little friend circle. And it was so centered around drag back then. So, like, the drag queens of Indianapolis back then, you know, were the ones that basically ran the city. I mean, they ran the gay community of Indianapolis. And so, like, all of their closest friends were, like, right there, too. And I don't know, it felt very nice at the time to be included in something for once in my life where I didn't feel like I was popular or whatever. It was interesting, I was talking to a friend earlier tonight about, like, bigger YouTubers that won't collaborate with, like, smaller YouTubers, and, you know, they were asking me, like, why do I think that is, and stuff like that, and I said, you know, I think for a lot of people, it's like, what do they have to gain? You know, like, what does, like, a YouTuber like Shane Dawson have to gain by, like, collabing with somebody that's, like, has 50,000 subs, right? Nothing, so why would he do it? He did do it with that, like, that Bobby guy, that hater thing, but, like, what did he have to gain from that? Well, a lot, because it, you know, I thought the video series was very interesting with the hater thing, but by and large, why would he not? You know, like, let's be for real, it's not good business. And I was like, you know, I think that everybody deserves to feel very cool and important at one moment, which is why I, like, try to do a lot of shout outs on my channels, all of them across the board. Oh, that stupid yellow battery light is on. I try to do a lot of shout outs on my channels and bring a lot of attention to, like, smaller YouTubers and stuff, because I think it's for all of us to feel like, you know, cool for a moment is, and I'm nobody big, let's just be for real. I mean, it's not like I'm a huge YouTuber, you know, but I think for everybody to feel cool for a moment, you know, like, and have a chance, I think is awesome. And, you know, I'm real thankful that, like, I have those friends looking back. It's fun, you know, and I was thinking about that because so many of them are gone today to drugs or, you know, to AIDS, and that whole community kind of just died out, you know, ended. And really kind of with the onset of crystal methamphetamine, that was kind of like the beginning of the end, I think, is, you know, it really took over the community. It really took over, like, the partying scene to the point where it was just like, it was all about the meth. And I don't know how true that is anymore because I don't really go out as much as I used to. But I don't think that's as true as it used to be. And, but that was really like the end, like the beginning of the end was when, you know, you would see, I don't know, it was just sad. It's just, you know, a whole community that just is, like, gone because we couldn't handle the party, you know, the party just kind of stopped. But I mean, in watching that interview last night with them, I also just don't think that it's, you know, like, I mean, I wonder kind of like what's to blame for the end of that whole nightclub culture. And I really think a lot of it is meeting, like, online apps. I really do, you know, like, I think that, like, when you can get online or on an app on your phone and hook up with somebody, the need to want to, like, get cute and go out and, hey, have a couple drinks and flirt with some people, like, it's not there anymore. I don't even think the younger generation really understands what it's all about. Like, gay or straight, if you're my age, you remember that was about, like, picking out the right outfit and going out with your friends, and maybe you'd meet the cute guy or the cute girl, you know? I mean, like, that was what it was about, you know? Flirt with somebody across the room all night long, hope you got a number. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember, like, I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't hook up with people because I did, but a lot of times it was getting their number and, like, hey, call me tomorrow kind of thing, and they would, and you get so excited about it and stuff, you know? Like, there was an innocence, that whole scene, but it was really more about, like, being out with your friends and dancing and, you know, like, having a crush on a certain DJ and all that kind of stuff. Do you guys remember that back in the day? I mean, it was so much fun. And so you wonder, oh, it just stopped. So, anyway. I don't know, I remember years ago, Alex and I, because of our website, we helped people do event planning, and I'm going to pull through McDonald's in a second and get a drink, but until then I'll vlog. And we were pulling through, we were helping this bar here in Indianapolis, excuse me, this bar restaurant in Indianapolis, put together an event for Pride Day, and he was saying, the guy that owned the bar was like, well, we'll just, like, I stop everything at, like, 11 o'clock. And I was like, you don't go till, like, 2 or 3 in the morning? He's like, no. He was like, I know the other bar does it. And he was like, so I don't want to take away from their business as a local business owner. We try to support each other, which I thought was very cool. And he goes, but it's not the same as it used to be anyway. And he's, like, my age, this guy that, like, owns this bar restaurant. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, people don't come out the same way that they used to. You know, we don't get the numbers that we used to. And I was like, even for Pride Day weekend? He was like, yeah, even for Pride Day weekend, like, people don't go out. And I was like, what do you think that's about? And he was like, listen, he was like, people can get on Grindr, which is a gay hookup app. People try to tell you that it's for, like, meeting friends and stuff, but that's bullshit. He's like, you know, people get on Grindr, and he's like, you can call up somebody at your door in 20 minutes. Why would you need to go to a bar and flirt with somebody? And so it's like, I don't know, like, it's just taken away the whole, like, mystery and mystique of, is this McDonald's closed? Are you for real? My night is like, the universe is telling me no Diet Coke. So anyway, or even a bottle of water, which is what I really wanted. So, like, I think the thing is it's like, you know, it takes away the whole, like, mystique and, you know, mystery of, you know, going out and, like, meeting people. And, I mean, it just was so much fun back in the day, you know, like, I remember, he's, like, one of my best friends now, but my friend Craig, I had gone to a party at Purdue University. God, how old would I have been? 19. And so I was at this party with my friend Jenny, because she went to Purdue, and I drove up there to, like, spend the weekend with her. And I remember I, like, saw this guy from, like, across the room, and he was, like, checking me out, and I was checking him out, and we, like, never talked, and we were, like, you know, just staring each other down the whole time. He was so cute. I remember he had on, like, this flannel shirt, and he had on, like, this, like, big, like, red, like, winter coat, and I just was, like, it was, like, it must have been, like, in the middle of winter, and I was, like, oh my God, he is so cute. And so then, like, flash forward, like, that summer, like, I'm out and I see him, like, dancing next to the DJ booth, and I'm like, oh my God, that's that guy, right? Of course, I was probably a little intoxicated and a little bit more, what can I say, not as afraid to go talk to somebody. So I did, and I went and I talked to him, and I was like, hey, I saw you at a party at Purdue. And he was like, he tried to play it off and act like he didn't know who I was. And then he was like, later he told me, he was like, I knew exactly who you were when you came over. He was like, I had such a crush on you. And so we ended up talking, like, that night and dancing together and stuff. And I remember I was out with my friend Jenny, a different Jenny, and she was like, I really like him. And he was like a chemist, and he was cute, and he was nice, and he was not intoxicated. And I was like, this is perfect, right? I was always looking for a boyfriend. I was never looking for a hookup. I was always looking for a boyfriend. That was just the truth right there. And so I remember, like, I said to Jenny, I said, I had driven my car, and I said, I want to go back to his apartment. And I can't believe I'm telling this story on here. I never tell these kinds of stories on here. And she was like, okay. And she was like, but how am I supposed to get home? And I told him, and I said, I don't know, you know what I'm going to do, blah, 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 whatever. And he was like, well, just have her drop you off at my house, because he lived, like, kind of close to downtown in an apartment in this old building. It was very cool. And he was like, have her drop you off, and then I'll just take you home in the morning. And I was like, okay. And so, she dropped me off at his apartment. I don't know why I didn't just ride with him. I'm, like, thinking back on that, but I didn't. So anyway, she dropped me off at his apartment, and then she took my car, and, like, I went and got it from her the next day, and he took me home. But I don't even really remember, to be honest with you, if we, like, hooked up. I'm pretty sure we did. But anyway, I do remember that, like, we stayed up forever and we talked. And he had this roommate at the time that was a dental student. I'm, like, saying so much. These people are still out there. And his name was Todd. And I remember that Todd, like after Craig and I, so Craig and I, that first night, like, I was, like, instantly in love, you know? And then, like, the next night, that was, like, on a Friday. The next night was, like, a Saturday, and we went on a date. And it just, like... Oh, man. Okay, so anyway, that day, Peter ruined, because Peter got completely wasted, intoxicated, and we had a lot of fun. We'll just leave it at that. But I think that Craig realized I was a lot to handle, and so he said that he thought it would be better if we would just be friends. So I lost a good one, you know, like, by being a wasted drunk mess, and that's okay. But we were very good friends after that, and I would stop by his house, and in fact, he's one of my dearest friends today. He was at my wedding. I've known him since I was 19 years old. I adore him and his husband, and he's a magical human being. He's one of the coolest people in the world. And But I remember that I used to go over and stop by his apartment, and his roommate Todd had these green socks that he would wear, and I always just thought Todd was so cute because I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. You guys are going to be like, that's kind of crazy. But like Todd had these green socks, and I got kind of infatuated with them. I thought they were so cute. I don't know what it was about him having these green socks, and which is so funny because then later that Todd guy that I met in my film class, he had that green shirt on, something about green, I guess. So I don't know if you want to like flirt with me, wear green, I guess. But I like went through this phase where like I went and I bought a bunch of green socks and I just started wearing all these green socks. I remember he had Birkenstock clogs on with green socks. I don't know how I remember that. He lives in New York City now. But so yeah, why am I telling that story? There was some reason I was telling that story. But like, you know, that was kind of how it was. Like you would flirt with people across the bar and stuff like that. And, you know, that's how I met my ex. And that's not necessarily how I met Alex, but, you know, if it wasn't for MySpace, I think that Alex and I would still be here. Like I found him on MySpace and sent him a message, but I don't think that that would have stopped me. Like I think that like, I saw him out enough and I knew who he was and I had a crush on him kind of, that if MySpace didn't exist, I would have gone up to him eventually and talked to him. There was just something about him. There's just an energy about my husband that when you see him out dancing and just talking to people, there's just an energy about him. And if you follow him on Instagram, go follow my husband on Instagram. It would just make his day. And I tag him in my pictures and stuff so you can find him from my Instagram. But he loves doing Instagram. He's obsessed with it. But like, you know, when you see pictures of him out and stuff, he just loves to dance. He loves to dance. He loves to be out. He loves to be social. And, you know, there was something that was so attractive and so sexy about that to me, you know? And I remember the first time that I ever saw him salsa dance was at this bar called the Jazz Kitchen. I think I talked about this not too long ago. But he and his cousin Maya entered this salsa contest and they danced to a Celia Cruz song, and I just was like, oh my god. I'll never forget he had this v-neck orange t-shirt and he was so tan, and I was like, and he had on like those like you know, those driving moccasin shoes and these like kind of tight jeans, and I was like, I am so in love. Like I was like, so like, oh my god, he's so sexy. 10 years later, I still look at my husband and I walk across the room and I'm like, he is so fucking sexy, you know? And I love him so much. But those days of flirting, you know, are gone. Like, I think, like, I don't hear a lot of my friends like meet that way. I think the norm is almost now through friends or dating apps or dating like websites. Like, I don't really know a lot of people that meet people through just going out and like, oh, I met this person, at least not in Indianapolis. I don't know about other places. And I don't know, it's just strange to me. I'm like going through my head, like thinking of people that like I had crushes on that I would see out, that I would date. This one guy, it was really weird. His name was Tim. And he was so cute. He had dark hair, and he was like, probably like if I was like 21, he was probably late 20s, and he was kind of like thick built, like kind of muscular but thick. And I don't like super thin guys. Like I've always kind of liked thicker guys, even like on the heavier side. And even though Alex isn't, but like but you can't tell, but like Alex has like thick, like muscular legs and thighs and a butt and all that kind of stuff. I like that. So anyway, but I was supposed to go on a date with this guy named Tim, and I remember I saw him out, like I liked him and he knew that I liked him, and like a friend of ours had like kind of connected us, and so I talked to him on the phone, and we were supposed to go on a date that Monday, and like he was excited about it, but like not super excited about it, you know what I mean? Like he was like, yeah, he was doing it, and he was like, yeah, it'll be fun, but like I don't think that he was as interested in me as I was in him. But like he was so cute. I remember I saw him out that weekend, and he had on like, I don't know how I remember this. He had like this button down like plaid shirt and like jeans. He was pretty conservative, and real dark hair, like black dark hair. And I'll never forget. I saw him. I can see him in my head standing there at this bar, NYC, and just laughing. And he's like talking to a bunch of friends. And he didn't even like drink that night, and he went home, and they found him dead the next day. They had no idea. Like it wasn't an overdose, it wasn't anything. He just like died in his sleep, and they didn't know what it was. It was like the weirdest thing, and it was weird because I didn't really know him, and I was like so closely like connected because I was going to be going on a date with him in like 2 days, and then like it never happened because he like passed away. It's like weird, you know, like how weird stuff like that happens, and the thing is that I was always in a relationship, so it would have been like me like meeting guys or flirting with guys would have happened in the 6 months to the year in between me being in relationships, because I never went any longer than that and not in a relationship, because I'm kind of so addicted to being in a relationship, you know? So it's like, I'm like thinking back on like guys that I met out or guys that like I was attracted to, and the reality is that I can't think of a lot of them. It would have been when I was a lot younger. Well, I'm praying he does not watch my vlogs, but there is this guy that I've talked about a little bit on here before. We met when we first started going out, and he was dating somebody else. He was dating this guy named Brian at the time. I'll give that little hint out, then he'll know. If he's watching this, he'll know it's him. I still have such a crush on him. And he's in a relationship, and I'm married, so obviously nothing's gonna ever happen. He's a really nice guy. I've seen him a couple times since. He doesn't live here anymore. He lives in Nashville, but he's still so cute. And I remember, my God, every time I'd see him out, I'd get so nervous around him, I could hardly even talk to him. And he was just the nicest guy, and he was so cute. And he and his boyfriend together were so cute. Like, do you ever just know couples that are just like so cute together? Like, they were so cute together, and it seemed so perfect for each other. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know why they broke up, but what's interesting is that they ended up breaking up, and then his boyfriend ended up dating another friend of mine, and they were like equally cute together. I don't know, maybe the boyfriend was the one that was cute, so everybody he was with was cute. But I think that boyfriend ended up dying or something. Something tragic happened to him, or got arrested, or I don't know, something sad happened. There's very few of us that kind of got out, you know, and like made it to be successful, and like aren't like deep in drugs or, you know, dead. I mean, it's the reality. There's probably only 5 or 10 of us out there still that I remember from that social scene that I could like name off the top of my, you know, just thinking about. Like, I'm sitting here in my head, and I'm thinking of like 2 or 3 of them that I'm thinking of. I'm like, I don't even know if they're alive or dead. Like my friend Jen, my friend Peter, they're still, you know, out there. They're very successful. The guy in Nashville I'm talking about, he's really successful, you know, like, so there's a few of us, but Matt, that I was friends with back in the day, he is. And it's interesting because it's like all that close group, that one close group that kind of took me in when I first got sober. It's like all of them, they're the ones that are, not when I first got sober, when I first started going out, they're the ones that are still like successful today and living good lives. So I don't know, you know, and they all came out very early. They all came out at 17, 18 together, and they were all friends, and then they kind of, took me under their wing when I started going out. So, you know, maybe they had to go through the tragedies of coming out into a generation of AIDS, you know, like, and their friends all died and whatever, for them to realize, I don't know, the gratitude of life and taking things very seriously, because they're all of them very successful today, you know, and I look back on that and I think, I wonder what makes them different, you know, and a lot of the people that are gone or that are dead are people that were younger than me, you know, that came out after I did. So, I don't know, it's weird. Sad looking back on that. It's like a time period, you know, of my life that like I had so much fun, but like I can never repeat it again. I could, you know, even if like tomorrow, like all of a sudden I decided I wanted to start going out all the time again, which I do miss a lot sometimes. Like sometimes I think it would be really fun to start going out again. But like when I do and I go out with Alex, it's completely a different scene. It's not the same thing as it used to be at all, you know? So anyway, lost generation. Guess it's all lost to those dating apps. Do you guys think that's true? What do you think? What do you think the difference is? Why do you think people just don't go out as much anymore as they do? You know, it's even like younger kids. Like when I like meet people that are like, you know, 21, 22, 23 that are like recently sober, and I'll be like, oh, did you go out a lot? And they're like, no. I'm like, you didn't go out to bars? No, never. And I think that's weird, you know, like, I mean, I couldn't wait to be legal and go out to a bar, you know? Like, turning 21 and going out was kind of a big deal. So I don't know. I don't know what's changed generationally with all of that, but it's just a different world today, you know? Maybe it's good and maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's not good or bad, you know? Maybe it just is. Who knows? Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go in and get something to drink, maybe a bottle of water. All right, you guys, I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.